Okay, good morning all of you. We are discussing about the physical absorption, Friendlich adsorption isotherm. Yesterday we seen almost information, little bit pending is there. We will see Friendlich equation. Already we got it. X by m is equals to k into p power 1 by n. K and n are constants. X is the amount of adsorbate and m is the amount of the adsorbent and P is the changing pressure or applied pressure. Okay, I want to get some complete information for that. Both sides I am applying logarithm. You see that one log of what will be coming? X by m is equals to log of whole k into p power 1 by n. So right side we can use one logarithm formula log AB. Yes, na? Then use apply here log AB means what amount? Log A plus log B. Very good. Apply on right side this formula. We are getting one more step. Log of x by m is equals to log of k plus log of p power 1 by n. Okay, still we can simplify this one once you see log of x by m is equals to log of k as it is. Again we have one more logarithm formula here. Log a power x. X log a will be coming on. Yes, then it is becoming like 1 by n into log p. Okay, did you observe in this equation some variable terms is there? What are the variable terms here? Pressure changing. Pressure changing means whole logarithm value will be changing. Yes, na? Is it changes with pressure? No. Is it changes with pressure? No, because they are constant. They are depending upon nature of adsorbate and adsorbent. As the pressure changing, what happening? Adsorption quantity will be changing. That's why these two are variable terms. Just I am rearranging the equation. Once you see this one, log of x by m. I am bringing this one to front tab, then 1 by n into log of p plus log of k. In this equation, what are the variable terms? This one and this one. It is similar to one of the straight line equation. Are you getting? Yes, very good. Amount y is equals to mx plus c. What are the variable terms here? X and y. Here variable terms is these two. And coefficient is nothing but m is nothing but slope 1 by n. And intercepting in that straight line is nothing but log k. To get that one, I will draw the graph between those two variable terms. It is nothing but here on y-axis what you are taking? Log x by m you are taking because y is equals to this thing, no? On x-axis what you are taking? Log of p values you are taking. Is it clear? Yes. We are getting straight line with positive slope or negative slope? Positive slope. That's why the line goes upside. It should be like this. Yes or no? Okay, if we can extend this one, we are getting intercepting point here. This intercepting point will be nothing but C. The C is nothing but here, log k. Whatever gap is coming, that is nothing but log k. Whatever pressure you maintain, log k value will be fixed. That's why it is depending upon nature of adsorbate and adsorbent, but not on pressure. Okay, but you are going high pressure. What happens? Still it is going like a straight line. No, why? At high pressure, the phenomena will be maintaining constant. That's why it is coming like this than original straight line. Yes or no? This is happening at where? High pressure condition. We have to show like this. From this, what we can tell, the whole Friendlich adsorption concept will be worked out at high pressure. No. Means it will be worked out very low pressure or moderate pressure. That's why finally we are writing one conclusion. Friendlich adsorption isotherm concept will work out or otherwise will not work out at where? High pressure, because maintaining a constant, whatever changes you are doing, no use. That's why it will not work out at high pressure condition. From this straight line, what we can tell? We can draw one straight line parallel to x-axis and y-axis. We are getting a right angle triangle. From there, we get the slope of this straight line. That slope is already we got it how much? Yes, very good. The slope indicates m. Instead of n, what will be there in our equation? 1 by n. Slope of this right line is equals to 1 by n. Is it also changes with pressure? No. Is they are depending upon nature of adsorbate and adsorbent. This is a very nice concept how to practice carefully. Clear of it? Yes. Now I will tell you one more concept. It is nothing but adsorption. Adsorption of solute particles. Adsorption of solute particles from solutions or in solutions. In solutions. Yes, this is a very simple concept. If you understood adsorption isotope, it is very easy. Now we are discussing about the adsorption of the solute particle in solution case. Now we are discussing about gas and solid is all over. For understanding, first I will give you one example. I am taking 5 molar of acetic acid. I am taking. Okay, one particular solution I am taking. You see very clearly. You have 5 molar of acetic acid solution. In that, what will be there? Solvent will be there, and also what will be there? Solute particles will be there. These are nothing but which particles? CH3COOH particles. Okay. Okay. Now to this, what I am adding? I am adding a charcoal. I am adding. After adding charcoal, what happening anybody? Yes, to this vessel you are adding activated charcoal. You are adding, that is nothing but solid material it is. After adding charcoal, what changes is coming? Yes, very good Amma. These are relatively heavy particles. That's why these some of the acetic acid particle will be sticked on the surface of the charcoal. Then what happening in the solution? Number of acetic acid particle will be decreasing. Now finally in the solution, concentration, is it going increasing or decreasing or no change? Decreasing 100%, because here more solute particles is there, but here only a few solute particle will be there. The solute particle only decides the concentration. That's why it is becoming like 3 molar acetic acid solution. Are you understanding or no? These changes is coming why? Because of adsorption of that acetic acid particle by charcoal. That concept only we are discussing here, adsorption of solute particle in solution. So now in case of solution adsorption, in case of solution adsorption in solutions is depending upon some factors. Anybody? In case of solution, the adsorption phenomena is affected by some factors. Anybody? Yes, it is depending upon concentration of the solution. More concentration, more adsorption, because availability of the solute particles is more, accumulation will be more. And it is also directly proportional to which one? Surface area of which one? Adsorbent. Yes, you are adding more charcoal, you are adding more adsorption will be going on. And is it directly proportional to temperature or inversely proportional to temperature? Inversely. Why? Because it has to be stick. It has to be stick means you have to maintain a low temperature. Low temperature, more adsorption. That's why it is inversely proportional with one temperature. This factor studied B is not useful to us. The whole adsorption phenomena is mainly affected by concentration. Yes, sir. Why we discussed pressure? What you are doing? We are exposing the gas on solid. That's why there we are discussing the pressure effect. But here we are doing adsorption of solute particle in solution, not consider concentration. So adsorption we are expressing in which terms? X by m is directly proportional to concentration, as like concentration power 1 by m. So we can write one more step. X by m is equals to k into C power 1 by m. What is the meaning of this one? Extent of adsorption. K and n are constant depending upon nature of adsorbent and adsorbent. C means what? Concentration of the solution. That's a phenomenon. All of you clear? Yes. Now I will give some other explanation. You see carefully. Applications. Applications of adsorption. The first part is over with these applications. How adsorption phenomena is helpful in our daily life. So many advantages will be there. Just one by one I will explain to you. Create vacuum. Create
vacuum. So do you know what is the meaning of vacuum? Vacuum means what, ma'am? Empty space. To create the empty space, adsorption phenomena will be helpful. How? You know very well. Just you imagine our sitting room only. Yes, in the sitting room, what will be there? So many gas particles will be there. Yes or no? These all are nothing but which particle? Gas particle. Is it vacuum? No. Still some material will be there. We have to remove all of them. For that, what I am doing? I am adding a charcoal to this room. I am keeping some charcoal in this room. What happens? Yes, very good. We know the phenomena, no? What happening on this surface of the charcoal? All gas particles will be undergoing sticking. Then what you want? Empty space you want. Just take this room only. At the corner you are keeping some big charcoal pieces you are keeping. Then what happening? All these gas particles will goes onto it. Then this is empty space. That's only you are calling as vacuum. So this is only nothing but vacuum it is. Are you getting along? Yes. Here phenomena is what? Adsorption. And I want to tell some other things. It is nothing but gas masks. Generally, the people who are working in mines, like coal mines, some other mines, they are wearing some special mask, and as well as in traffic, we are wearing some special mask we are wearing. So, what is the principle inside it? So, you are taking mask. You are taking once you see this one mask. In the mask, nothing is there. Activated charcoal is here. This is water. Activated charcoal. What is the meaning of activated charcoal? You know. Charcoal means water. There is nothing but carbon. Activated charcoal means what? At special condition they are doing burning of that coal. Then what happening? A lot of holes inside the coal. Then what happening? You are supplying onto it. Immediately they are undergoing sticking. Means activated charcoal means is like a porous material. Porous material means inside a lot of small holes will be there. That is requires force. Then you are wearing mask with this activated charcoal. You are introducing or you are sending air as well as which particle? Dust particle. You are breathing. Then what happens? This dust particle, heavy particle, no, they are stopped here. This all particle, dust particle will be stopped here, and which will be go inside air. No harmful. No harmful. Yes or no? Yes, you see one more thing. It is nothing but control humidity. Control humidity. Already you have some idea why we are feeling humidity and when we are feeling comfortable. You already have some idea. For example, take this room only. In this room, what will be there, ma'am? Air will be there. Okay, now? In the air, what will be there? Some moist will be there. This is the dangerous. It is nothing but moist will be there. Because of moist, what happening? The air can't move freely. Then we are feeling uncomfortable. That's called humidity. But we can control that humidity. How? Just you have to introduce either alumina gel, alumina Al2O3, like a silica gel, alumina or silica gel, like a amorphous materials you have to keep in that room. Then what happening? Yes, what happening? In that room you have to take the gel, whatever it is, on the gel which particle is undergoing sticking? Yes, very good. H2O particle will be sticking, and which will be left in the room? A normal air. Then normal air, no moist, then it can move very freely. Then we are feeling very comfortable. So already explained to create the vacuum and in gas mask as well as control the humidity. In all these, what principle is there? Adsorption phenomena is there. I will explain to you some other things. It is nothing but heterogeneous catalysis. Heterogeneous catalysis. Actually, in further classes in this lesson only, we will get this information. Till then, just what the basic principle here I will explain. Catalysis. Catalysis means what? Catalyst involving reactions. Heterogeneous means what? Yes, for example, see reactants will be there converting into products. Here what we are using? Catalyst we are using, then only it is calling as a catalysis reaction. Catalyst you are using. Okay, when we will call this one as a hetero? Yes, means the reacting substance and catalyst are in more than one physical state. For example, reactants are in gas phase. Catalyst is in solid phase. Is it homo? No. different. The phenomena or the process is calling as heterogeneous catalysis. So how it is adsorption will be worked out here. First of all, you see solid material. No, solid material means what? It's like having some active centers on its surface. Active centers means indirectly what? Holes or porous. Okay, you take that catalyst, on its surface some active centers will be there. Now onto it what you are sending? Reacting particles you are sending. After sending reacting particle, is it going inside? Is it involving any chemical reaction? No, just they are going sticking on its surface. Then how reaction will be increasing? The catalyst is acting as a lift. Means generally, you know, already in chemical kinetics we studied reactants will be converting into products by going into higher energy state. Okay, without a catalyst reacting going into activated state will be very difficult. Then reactant is act as a lift. Then what happening? All reacting particle will be sitting on the catalyst. Then catalyst is going into which one? Activated state. Then easily converting into products and going like this. So means if there is no catalyst, the process will be going slowly. But a catalyst is acting as a lift. Then all reactant will easily converting into products. Means the process is going with the high state. So what phenomena going here? Just sticking on its surface. That's calling as adsorption. Just I will give you some other examples for you. It is nothing but you see is nothing but metallurgy. Under metallurgy, actually this year they removed this topic. Under metallurgy we have one thing. It is nothing but Froth flotation. Froth flotation process. What is this Froth flotation process? You haven't any idea. It is nothing but one of the method for removal of impurities. Removal of impurities from the ore metals. Okay, what is the phenomena, or in this also how adsorption will be worked? Very simple. First of all, we have to take powdered ore. We have to take. What is the meaning of powdered ore? Yes, ore means generally solid form. We have to crush it. We have to grind it. Then it make it as a fine powder. Yes, in that powdered ore, what will be there? Ore is there, and also impurities will be there. Is it possible by like hand picking? No, they are completely mixed with one another. Separation will be very difficult. Then what we have to do in this process means we have to add water, and as well as one of the organic oil we have to use is nothing but thyme oil we have to use. Okay, after adding all these we have to shake the mixer. Then something is going on. Once we have to absorb. Impurities are going dissolving in water. At the same time, ore particles is also trying to going into water. Then is it any useful to us? No. Again, both are going into water means what the use? No use. Separation will be again difficult. But what happening? Because of this fine oil adding, these particles will be going sticking on the ore particles. Through adsorption phenomena, these oily particles will be sticking on the surface of the ore. Why? Because ore is the solid metal. After this adsorption, what happening? The ore particle is becoming like oily matter. Oily matter will going into water. No, they are separated. Impurities are going in water and ore particle going into oily layer. Generally, compared with water, all organic liquids are low density. That's why it is in upper layer, waste material in down layer. We can filter them and we can separate them. Did you got my point? Generally, in ore, impurity will be there. First of all, you are adding water. If you add water without fine oil, what happens? Both will going into water. Separation will be again difficult. For our convenience, we are adding fine oil. One of the organic oil we are adding. What happening? Impurities going into water, dissolving. Something is happening. Let it be. But this fine oil will be there. It is undergoing sticking on the surface of the ore particle. Then ore particle is becoming like oily material. Then oily material will not going into the water. Then what happening? Yes, down layer is water plus impurities, but upper layer is what? Oily layer. In that oily layer only what will be there? Ore particle will be there. We can filter them and we can separate them. Further process will be different. Got it? Yes. Now, how adsorption will be helpful in industrial purpose? You see, separation of inert gases. Inert gases. Very simple technique once you see. This separation of these inert gases only we are calling as Dewars process. Dewars process. What are the inert gases mixed? Helium, yes or no? Neon, argon, krypton, xenon. Radon, leave it because radioactive element we are not discussing anything regarding that one. Okay, you have this mixture in one container. How can you separately you can collect them based on adsorption phenomena? How is this one you see? First of all, you have to take one coconut charcoal. Coconut charcoal means what? Take coconut tree, you can burn it. You are getting coal. That is calling as coconut charcoal. You have to take. It is nothing but coconut charcoal. Okay, it is nothing but black color bed will be there. Onto this one you are sending all these gases. Means you have a bed like this. Onto this you are sending all the inert gases you are sending. All will be sticked at same place. No, why? Yes, very good, Amma. This is the smallest particle, very lightweight particle. Comes right side, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon. Comes down, size increasing, atomic mass is also increasing. Okay, now you are sending all of them onto the charcoal bed. Which gas will be stopped at first? Yes, very good, Amma. At this first region, xenon will stop. Little bit more distance is traveled by krypton. Little bit more distance is traveled by argon. And little bit more distance is traveled by neon. Helium cannot stick. Why? Very lightweight particle. Very lightweight particle means it won't stick only. Means still it is in the gas phase. Over. Helium separation is over now. Now I want to separate this one. Then what we should do? How to slowly heating this bed. How to supply the heat energy. What happening? Now which is happening? Adsorption is over. Now you are raising the temperature. What happens? Again dissolvation will start. Means from bed the gas particle will slowly coming outside. Yes, first of all you are maintaining 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree, 4 degree like that. So at first at lower temperature which gas will come outside easily? Yes, very good. Why? Because lightweight means attraction will be less. That's why easily comes outside. For example, around 10 degrees Celsius neon gas will be coming outside. Okay, still you are raising temperature. What happening at 15 degrees Celsius? Which gas will be coming outside? Yes, argon. For example, I am telling. If you take still you are raising temperature at 20 degrees, next gas will be coming outside, krypton. Finally, which is on that one, heavy gas. Heavy gas is xenon. It requires around 40 degrees Celsius. Then xenon also will be coming outside to have to catch it. Is it clear? So see. Very nice phenomenon. Adsorption is going on, desorption is going on. And final application here, cure the diseases, control the diseases or curing the diseases. If there also controlling the health problems also, adsorption phenomena is there. For example, we are suffering with some cold and cough because of some new organs will be entered into our body. They are creating some disturbance in the body. What is our target now? We have to kill those foreign bodies, then health will be set right. For example, some foreign bodies or some microorgans will enter into the body. They are calling as a germs. Yes or no? Because of germs, we are getting some health problem. Now I have to control the health problem means we have to kill them, or at least we have to inhibit that action of the germs. For that, what we are taking? Drugs we are taking. Drugs means it's nothing but medicines we are taking. What medicines will do, you know? They are directly going on to the surface of the germs. They are sticking on the surface of the germs, means nothing but drugs. Then what happening? They will start killing the germ. Means the total germs will be break down. Or total germs will be dead. Then problem will be under control. Here also which phenomenon is going on? Yes. That's why a particular drug has a particular action, means based on that germs we are giving medicine, directly it will go on to the surface only. Then only it will start action and the problem will be cured. Is it clear? Yes. These are the applications. Now we will see second topic in the surface chemistry. Adsorption, absorption, this one will be over. Now we are discussing about the catalysis. just now I told what is the meaning of catalysis. Two topics is remaining, catalysis and colloids. Now catalysis I am telling. What is the meaning of catalysis? Yes, very good. Catalyst involving reactions. Catalyst involving reactions is calling as a catalysis. Okay, now I want to tell about the catalyst. Already you have brief idea regarding catalyst in chemical kinetics. Even though I will explain, you see carefully. What is the meaning of catalyst? Yes, catalyst is a chemical substance or a substance which very good, which alters the, yes, very good, which alters the rate of reaction. In our course, rate of reaction means what? Speed of reaction, denoted by R. It may speed up or it may decrease the speed. A catalyst is a chemical substance which alters means change, may positive direction or negative direction without any, yes, very good, any changes in its mass and chemical composition. Did you got maintain clarity? Catalyst is a chemical substance. It may speed up the reaction or it may slow down the reaction, but without any changes in its quantity as well as chemical composition. Just I will tell you one thing. You take N2 plus 3H2, you land in first year under Haber's process under equilibrium, Lee-Chatelet principle. Okay, actually the combination will be going on, formation of the ammonia is going on, but going with slowly. I want to speed up the reaction. Then I have to use one of the catalysts is nothing but iron. For example, I am adding just 1 gram of iron. I am adding initially. The whole reaction is over. Is there any changes in the iron quantity? Should not. Initially how much is there? After finishing the reaction is also catalyst quantity will be remains the same. Initially what we are taking? Iron. Finally it will be also like iron only. Such kind of adding substance only we are calling as a catalyst. Is it clear? And now we are classifying the catalyst into two categories. See carefully. One is nothing but a positive catalyst. In the name the answer is there. Positive catalyst means what? Yes, it is a catalyst. It will increase the rate of reaction. Speed of the reaction will be increasing. How? By decreasing activation energy. Just I will draw the graph for you. You have a reaction. Reactants are converting into products. No catalyst. Okay. Then what is the graph? It will come in chemical kinetics laws now. Reactants will be there, and these are the products. Reactant will not participate in the chemical reaction right now because it has only 10 kilocalories energy. Means reactant has to be collide with very fast. Means they have to go to some higher energy state. That higher energy state only we are calling as activated state. Activated state is here, for example, 100. Okay, how much energy is required to reactant from basic to this state is nothing but 90. That 90 only we are calling as activation energy. Energy which is required to reactant to reach activated state. Yes, in activated state reactants are having 100 kilocalories energy. With 100 kilocalories energy they are doing collisions effectively. Definitely what happens, reactants will be breakdown and rearrange, and they will be converting into products. Okay, now if you use a positive catalyst, what I am telling, rate will be increasing, speed will be increasing. How? By decreasing activation energy. Means how? You see carefully, for example, here reactants will be there and we are getting same products, no change in the reactants and products, but the total path will be changing. Okay, in case of no catalyst, what is the energy? 90. Now you see, you are using positive catalyst, it will be coming like this. Just activated state energy is 50. But basic energy is how much? 10. So what is the energy is required to reactant? Just 40. That's what I am telling you. Compared with normal, in case of positive catalyst, the activation energy will be decreasing. Yes, going to 10th floor, coming back takes time. Going to 5th floor, coming round, very easy. Same thing I am telling, it is a 10th floor, it is a 5th floor. Yes, that's why in case of positive catalyst, the whole reaction will be speed up by decreasing activation energy. Can I give you some example for this? For example,